Now that the fight is over between Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, the debates have started again. Now, a lot of fans are unhappy that Lomachenko lost. A lot of fans are unhappy because of the scorecards being so wide. It is my opinion that the scorecards really show what happened. Lomachenko showed me something in the second round. The same second round that a lot of people are trying to say he won. That is the same round that he took 2 blistering body shots and a hook that staggered him. Directly after that, he pretty much got on his bicycle to the 8th round. Now when round 8 rolls around, and if you're losing 1 through 8, how do you think you came back and won? You didn't get a knockout, and you didn't dominate a round to the point where people would say, oh, that was a 10-8 round. That just didn't happen. Now, I don't know how you guys judged it, but as far as I'm concerned, I pretty much said Lomachenko probably earned 9 minutes of the fight. Now, a lot of people are going to tell me, well, that's 3 rounds. I didn't say he won a straight 3 minutes in a row. I said he won 9 minutes. I gave him a minute here and a minute there, got him a couple of flurries in. But even in the rounds that people say, oh, he was stepping up and he was stepping to Teo never lost control of the fight or a round. He didn't get shaky. There was a time that he looked a little gassed, and even then, he did enough to keep Loma from just overwhelming him and taking over a round. Now, I'm sure if Loma had won the fight, not only would they be calling him great and all these things, they would also be calling him undisputed. That is how they were touting the fight at first. This is for all the belts. It's going to be undisputed. Lomachenko is the pound-for-pound king. And then he gets in the ring and lays an egg. Some people want to blame Bob Arum and say, oh, Bob fed him to the wolves. But Bob didn't get in the ring and make Lomachenko not throw punches. Lomachenko got in the ring and decided to get on his bicycle for the first half of the fight because he felt the power of that youngster. And he couldn't figure out how to get around that jab. So when you say that he started stepping up and pushing, that was more of desperation because he knew he was down and down bad. So when it comes down to Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, the right man won. And it's more of a how you're going to take it. But as far as I see it, the scorecards were right. Now I've seen people say, I've watched the fight over 3 times, and I just don't see that Teofimo won. Well, if you watch the fight 3 times and you don't see how Teofimo won, then that just means you're a Lomachenko fan, and you will never see how Teofimo won. Let's move on. Franchise champion, franchise belt. Now, when that idea first came out, majority of us looked at that as a ducking belt, a way for so-called great fighters to dodge the mandatories, a belt that can't be taken. Well then, really, as a fan, and I'm sure there are a lot of other fans that feel this way, thought that that was just nonsense. Just another way to confuse the fans and have a problem of deciphering who was the true champion. But Blue Blood Sports TV came out and let us know a little bit more in depth that Mr. Suleiman had decided that they were looking to make a franchise champion in every division. And this, the person holding the franchise belt now can lose the franchise belt. But the franchise belt also gives them a chance to challenge other champions and make those big fights. Well, I sat down and thought about that after I listened to Blue. And it seems to me it would make a lot more sense maybe if the WBC pulled this move. Let's just say that there's a franchise belt. And seeing that it's a WBC belt, I would say once a person wins the WBC regular belt and then they defend it at least one time, then the franchise belt should be awarded as a link to the regular WBC belt. Now, once you defend the regular WBC belt and the franchise belt is then connected to it, then you should be able to go ahead and call out the other champions. Now, if you lose your WBC title, then you also lose the franchise belt. But here's the catch. This is the way I would do it. I would say you lost the belt. Okay, we have a new WBC champion. But that champion has to defend that belt at least one time before you can say now he has the franchise and the regular belt. I believe this would bring things into a better perspective, because right now the WBC is losing prestige, but these fighters still like that belt. That green belt just talks to them. If they can win that belt, defend that belt, get the franchise tag, and then go ahead and go after the IBF, WBA, WBO, grab all of those, then that's an undisputed champion. Now, it doesn't matter which champion wins it. Say IBF takes it from the WBC champion. Those rules should still apply. Defend that belt. Now you can go ahead and attack WBA, WBO. Same thing for whoever wins it. You win the WBC championship belt, you must defend it, and then grab the franchise tag once you defend it. That's just the automatic. This is what I'm saying. Win the WBC belt, defend the WBC belt, and then you get the franchise belt. Now the gates are open so you can attack any champion you want.